Hey everybody, today I'm going to take a closer look at some imitation pliers that have come up for sale recently, specifically knockoffs of Knipex Cobras. Now I've had viewers write in recently and tell me that both Tractor Supply as well as Home Depot were selling Knipex under their own brand names for a lot cheaper. So I went down to both stores, bought all 4 pairs I could find, and I can tell you without a doubt, although these do look similar, they are nowhere near the quality of standard Knipex. So what I'm going to do in this video is give you some closer-up looks at all 4 pliers that I bought, and we're going to compare them side by side with real Cobras, and you're going to see firsthand what the differences actually are. Starting out with the 3 pairs that I bought at Tractor Supply, we have a 16-inch, a 12-inch, and a 10-inch pair. And we can see from the dipped red handles to the color of the metal and the shape of the head, they do look very similar to Cobras, and most people wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the two. Now the price on these was extremely low. The 16-inch cost $9.99, and then it was a combo pack with the 12-inch and 10-inch, and both of those combined cost an additional $9.99. I bought all 3 pairs of these for only 20 bucks. When I went to Home Depot and found their Husky branded version on the shelf, they only had one length available, coming in at 10 inches. This is known as a self-adjusting style that includes a gray metal surface, black comfort grips, and it costs $11 on the shelf. Taking a look at some real Knipex pliers, I have 3 styles in front of me that are all 10 inches long. We have a standard pair, a quick set pair, and a self-gripping auto-adjust style. The big difference between the 3 of these will be the adjustment mechanism. The standard pair would require you to press the button in to open or close the jaws. The quick set version would require you to press the button in to open the jaws, and then they will auto ratchet shut. And the self-gripping style does not have a button. It's spring-loaded and has a special mechanism built in the handle that will allow you to open or close it simply by squeezing the grips. The other thing to remember if you're looking at any one of these will be the overall capacities. Taking a look at the knockoff pair, if we open the jaws up all the way, you'll quickly see, comparing that to the Knipex, what the difference is. The Knipex is going to open up much wider, and although the overall lengths are going to be the same, the capacities on the Knipex would allow you to grip onto a much larger pipe or much larger fastener, and you're not going to have to bump up to the next size of pliers. Comparing the thickness of the metal on each plier, you'll quickly notice that the 2 on the top, being the Tractor Supply as well as the Husky, are much thinner than the Knipex on the bottom. That's going to lower the overall strength as well as the overall durability of them. And if you're putting a lot of force on these, the 2 on the top would be a lot more likely to bend or break on you. Here's a side-by-side comparison with the real pair versus the knockoff pair. And you can definitely see that the styling between the 2 of these was absolutely copied over to the Tractor Supply version. The shape of the head, the styling of the teeth, down to the push button design is going to be almost identical. The other thing to note, if you notice, the adjustments on the Knipex will be much finer. They have a lot more teeth and many more adjustments versus the Tractor Supply version that has very large teeth. It does not allow for nearly as many of adjustments, and it wouldn't be as easy to lock this down on a fastener. And when we compare the Husky self-adjusting version to the Knipex self-gripping auto-adjust version, you'll also notice a lot of similarities. The adjustment mechanism will be different between the 2 of these. However, the angle of the head, the shape of the head, and angle of the teeth will be pretty much the same. It has the same box joint construction, and then if you notice, the teeth with the adjustment mechanism will be flat on the top and there's teeth on the bottom. This will allow for that quick adjustment, and there's no need to press a button down with either one of these. The overall capacity with the Husky self-adjusting version and then the auto gripping style with Knipex will be a little more similar, and we can see with both of these opened up all the way. The Husky is going to be slightly shorter, but it is going to be very similar to the Knipex. The other thing to remember, the Knipex is spring-loaded. You can easily adjust that. The Husky is not spring-loaded, and when you release the grip, nothing's going to happen. You physically have to separate the jaws, press them back down, and press it against the button on the bottom to get it to re-engage, and it's not nearly as easy to adjust that as it would be the self-adjusting style. One of the big benefits with the Cobras is the fact that it can clamp onto a pipe or other fastener and not let go. Specifically, all we'll have to do is line it up, squeeze on it to lock it in place, and now all we'd have to do is press down our weight on the top handle and it will stay locked on and it's not going to pop off on you. In fact, using this test stand, I can easily lock it in place. I weigh about 180 pounds and I can literally stand on the top of the handles and it's not going to go anywhere. To remove it, all you have to do is simply lift up on the top jaw and it's going to pop right off. Now I'm going to try that same test with the two knockoff pairs. The first I have is the pair of 10-inch versions from Tractor Supply. We'll go ahead and line those up, try and lock it into place. And pressing down on it, it's not popping off. I'll do that same test to see if it can hold up my weight, stepping on it exactly the same way. And surprisingly, it can. It's not popping off on me. And then to remove it, I'll just simply lift up on it. It's going to pop right off. Now we'll try the Husky version from Home Depot, which is an auto adjust style. Go ahead and line those up, lock it into place, squeeze it tight, and just keeping pressure on that top jaw, I'll go ahead and stand on it exactly the same way. And once again, it can also hold up my weight. So that teeth design locking into the pipe is going to work the same way with the three of these, and they really will lock on and not let go, and all you'd have to do is lift up on the top jaw to release any of them. Two things that are important to most people will be country of origin as well as warranty. As far as the country of origin with the Knipex pliers, all of them are made in Germany. The Husky's made in China, and then the ones from Tractor Supply are also made in China. As far as the warranty goes, Knipex covered with a lifetime warranty against manufacturer defects. The Husky version is guaranteed forever, meaning if it ever breaks on you, you could bring it back to your local Home Depot and swap it out with another one free of charge. And then the ones from Tractor Supply could not find any warranty information on them, either in the store or on their website. And as far as I know, you would only have the option of returning these within 30 days of purchase if you have your original receipt. After that, it would require a manager's approval, and I think if you run into a problem with these down the road, they would be a throwaway item. The last thing that I want to point out is the condition of the teeth on the jaws, and if we notice on the top being the Tractor Supply version, the teeth are already beginning to rip off of it. Underneath that in the middle is going to be the Husky version, and if you notice the teeth are already rounding off on it, and all the way on the bottom would be the Knipex. Now I've had this particular pair for over the last year. I've used it many times, and if you notice the teeth on it, other than being a little bit dirty, are still very crisp and very sharp, and they still look brand new. So now you've seen a side-by-side comparison with real Knipex Cobras versus the fake ones sold at Home Depot as well as Tractor Supply. Now what I'd like to know is which one of these would you purchase, and also how do you pronounce Knipex? Leave a comment below this video and let me know what you think, because I'd really like to know how you say it. If you like this video, please click like. If you like my channel, please click subscribe. And thanks for watching.